Hi, what's up guys? So we brought you to Berlin to the German Christmas markets. We're going to do some nighttime Christmas market footage and we're going to show you around some of the daytime stuff, and we're going to find out off Andy why he disappeared from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. this morning from the Radisson Hotel at Manchester Airport. There is a story to come.
It's a good story.
It was locked out. It was locked out.
And I got solicited.
Okay guys, so that's Prada Berlin, all decked out ready for Christmas. I doubt we'll be shopping in there because I think the lipsticks are like £75 or something like that. Christmas lights Berlin, and there's our star. But our main star is Andy. And we need to get to the bottom of this story of why he disappeared at 2 o'clock in the morning and reappeared at 3 o'clock in the morning. So as we show you the Christmas lights around Berlin tonight, we're going to give you this grisly, intriguing and fascinating story of where he disappeared. And no, he was not abducted by aliens, but we'll find out.
You don't know.
Just look at the size of this Christmas tree, guys. And there's someone stood at the foot of it here who has some explaining to do. But what happened? Where did you disappear to at 2 o'clock this morning?
The story was, right, I woke up, because it had been a long day and I was struggling sleep, and I thought, I'll nip out downstairs, see if they can get something to drink and eat, some sweets or something. They were out there. So I thought, tell you what, I'll nip down to one of the terminals, there's bound to be somewhere anyway. So I pottered off down to Terminal 1. Right, or terminal, whatever it is, the ones that are together, and there's not a shop open at all. So I thought, tell you what, I'll have a potter down to Terminal 3. So I pottered off down there, right, and I found some and I got what I wanted. As I'm walking up, so it's a slightly drunk Polish woman accosting me with a trolley full of bags. Can you tell me where the train station is? So I went, well, I'm going back that way, and I thought, why did you say that? I said, well, you need to get up in the lift here. I said, and then follow this route, and that'll take you to the train station. Right? I've got a train at 2 o'clock. I thought, well, there's no trains at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to Glasgow. I thought, well, you ain't going to Glasgow at 2 o'clock in the morning. Right. So I thought, I'm hanging down here waiting until she's gone. I thought I'll have a quick smoke while I'm here. So anyway, she goes off. Anyway, as we get to where the train station is, she's there, excuse me, where do I go now? I can't get down here because it says no bags down this lift. I went, well, you'll have to go down in the lift at the side there. I thought, I'm getting out of here now. So anyway, I thought, oh, that's it. Got my sweets, got my drink and everything. I'll just get back to the hotel, get in the room, chill out. Only thing is, all the doors are locked in the hotel. I couldn't get in. So I thought, well, I can't get in here. So I potters off round to the other entrance. I can't get in there. I thought, well, this is great. I thought, because Alison hasn't got a phone with her. How the hell am I going to do this? I'm going to have to ring the room. Right. So anyway, I thought, oh, there's a button here. So I buzz this button. This security guy come out, looked at me like, what the hell are you doing? So I just showed him my key for my room, and then he let me in, and I pottered off to the room, and Alison just looked at me and went, where have you been for the last hour and a half? I went, I'll tell you in the morning, it's a long, long story.
That's the story.
And that's the story, and that's what I'm sticking to. Yeah.
So we're going to get round and show you as much as we can of Berlin. There's lots of ancient ruins and things here. It's absolutely amazing, really. Looks like some kind of old church, doesn't it? I think that, by the look of it, you can go round it during the day.
Yeah.
So perhaps we'll, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
In the meantime, we'll show you around these Christmas markets and things. shop. M&M shop. M&M shop, guys. Best shop in the city. Best shop in any city. Can get M&M everything in there. Best shop in the city, guys. Best shop in any city in the world. So Andy's about to take me into the Lindt shop and spoil me rotten with chocolates.
You in there?
Ain't that right, Andy? We're going in there and going on the raid. Seriously, man, we need to do this.
I'm having that one.
The giant Father Christmas chocolate. We're going in right now and we're going on the raid.
There's nothing in the bag anywhere.
Proper Christmas winter wonderland, this place. Amazing. Puts you in the mood for Christmas, doesn't it? So we had fun and games at Manchester Airport this morning. So we literally left our hotel room at 4 AM, went to the airport. It was a quick mad dash through. Flipping guy checked my bag, unzipped the bottom part of it, and all my flipping underwear went all over the floor in the middle of the airport. People stood around. I'm like, thanks pal for that. Cheers, what exactly is it you're looking for? Then he started to swab my bag. I'm like, what the hell? It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Normally, mate.
Anyway, we're not going to spoil the Christmas atmosphere by thinking about Manchester Airport. Gobshites.
Normally me, this one.
Yeah, you're normally the one that gets frisked. You were the one that got frisked in Washington DC going into the Ronald Reagan Centre for a veggie burger and what was it you wanted? A burrito and a Coke. And they frisked you and put you through the whole ordeal.
I wanted something to eat. Good job I wanted to do something I couldn't, yeah.
So yeah, we had fun and games this morning at 6 AM at Manchester Airport. The guy he said, right, your bag, and he took it aside, just unzipped the bottom drawer, which I have a little compartment at the bottom for all personal stuff. Next minute, all my flipping stuff's all over the floor. I'm like, thanks pal. Then he goes, I need to swab your bag. I'm like, for what precisely? So off he went and swabbed the bag. It came back negative, which I already knew anyway. I was ready for having a scrap with him, but Andy said don't, because we'll not get on that plane to Berlin. And we want to be here tonight experiencing these phenomenal Christmas markets. Just look at this. So all the upheaval that we have in various airports around the world, different cities getting to these places, to film these places, it's worth it when you get here. It really truly is. Oh yeah, definitely. There's 6 markets in this city, so we're going to try and get around the best of it, plus the daytime stuff, you know, the usual things that people want to see. Look at the Chinese gate, guys. I thought that was Chinatown Berlin for a minute, but it's actually the zoo. That's fabulous. Do you remember Chinatown in Washington DC, Andy?
Wasn't quite what we expected.
Chinatown in Washington DC, where we went in the local supermarket and all the toothpastes were padlocked up and all the deodorants were padlocked up and everything else, you know, like bottles of packs of crisps and bottles of water, everything was under padlock and key. Guys, so we're taking a little break from the paranormal after what happened to Andy at the haunted well at Tockholes. Andy?
Yeah, it was, I don't know, I mean, it was, when I look back at it afterwards, it was quite scary, to be frankly honest with you. It's something that I've never ever experienced, and I think, yeah, when I've seen other people have experiences like that, I suppose I've always been quite sceptical on it, because I suppose I'm one of them people who I'm sceptical on things until I've experienced them myself. But after experiencing that, it was quite, and it did unnerve me for quite a while afterwards.
But you're okay now, though,
mean,
because a lot of people will be worried about you that watch this channel.
Yeah, I'm fine now, and I had no dreams of it like that, but it was quite unnerving that I could be hit like that unexpectedly. When I've looked back, when we watched it back, it was quite disturbing because the questions that you were asking, obviously I had no idea what you were asking, and the stuff that I was coming out with was quite. But what got me was a lot of the stuff I wasn't sure whether it was coming through on the spirit box or whether it was what was being put in my head and visions that were going in my head at the time.
Yeah.
It was quite disturbing. So have a little break from it and then get back to it and just be a little more wary of how I handle things. But so I'm fine now. I just need a bit of a break from it.
So we've just come back to doing our little bit of a travel channel thing that we do sometimes, different cities around the world and stuff like that. And Christmas is on the way, so we'll probably do some spooky Christmas stories and things. But as for tapping into the paranormal, that side of it, we're just going to ease off a little for now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we jumped on the underground with no clue of the map or anything. Have you any clue where we're going right now, Andy?
Not really.
Not like no clue at all. Well,
get off it. No.
Do we?
I think we haven't got off it.
Why?
Because it's the end of the line.
Is it? So we got a train to the end of the line?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's the end of the line?
Yeah, we have to get out.
I have no clue where we are. All I know is we've just jumped on this train and it went one stop and told us to get off because it's finishing there. So we've jumped on this one now. I'm hoping for the best. We're trying to get to Alexanderplatz, haven't we? And I think the idea is we've got to change in 4 stops.
I have no idea.
We have no clue where we are and we have no clue where to get off or change or anything, but we'll end up somewhere today. Andy, have you any clue where we are now?
No.
And everybody's shouting at us in German on the automated station thing.
Nollendorfplatz.
Which Platz?
Platz. I have no idea where I am, and I haven't a clue.
Well, you know what we did back then?
It's too big.
We did exactly the same as we did in London. We got on and it went one stop and terminated, so we had to get off like a pair of pillocks, cross the platform and get back on and come back the way we'd just been. Spot the Brits abroad. Okay guys, so we made it to the Brandenburg Gate. Very impressive building, that. What do you think, Andy?
It is, it's been there for some time, and I don't know if it's from the checkpoint Charlie thing is, but what used to be like the checkpoint for people going from East Berlin to West Berlin.
Yeah.
Well, this has been an iconic thing. Berlin, everybody knows. This is one of the main things that when you come in, you've got to see.
Yeah.
I don't historically know a lot about it, but it's very significant in German history.
Yeah.
This is the place, I think, basically between what they call East Germany, West Germany. So, I mean, a lot of people think this was the wall was here. But this is very historical, like the place between West and East and West. You know. Western Europe and Communist Europe, basically.
Yeah.
And that's as quite historical. Yeah. It's another thing off my list anyway. Yeah.
And we got here after all that commotion this morning on the underground.
Oh, we got here.
Brandenburg Gate.
Yeah. Check
out the animal print in the background, guys. The guy in the in the animal print jumpsuit. How cool is that? Awesome, man. Then whilst Andy studies the map,
Right.
his partner's back there in the animal print court.
For whatever I've just said,
Yeah.
Checkpoint Charlie isn't here. It's number 6. It's where
Okay, right.
it's basically part of where the wall was. So Checkpoint Charlie is at number 6.
Yeah. So do you want to take a walk through that Forest Park thing over there? Like, I think it's not sure if it's the Tiergarten or,
Yes.
and then go and film a little bit further up the other buildings.
Actually, if we go through there, and it's probably over there is where the Reichstag, which
Oh,
is
okay.
basically a historic thing, is where Hitler wanted the next, his historical thing that he would all be run from the Reichstag.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what they said. The people and burnt it down. So obviously, it's probably they did. The Reichstag is where the main thing in German history, dark history of Germany, which obviously things have changed and everything like that. And that's the Reichstag. So when we go through that park,
Yep.
we'll probably end up there.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. There's the Brandenburg Gate from a distance, guys. And it looks like they're getting ready to do some kind of Santa Claus themed cycle ride. There's lots of people in Rudolph outfits and Santa Claus outfits all meeting up, looking to do, looks like a sponsored thing. And so we find ourselves in a German forest. It's part of the Tiergarten, I think. So I'm just wondering, Andy, what our chances are of finding a Bigfoot here in Germany.
Well, I've seen a couple of Bigfoots around here. What was he called? Arnie von Finkelstein.
Oh yeah,
And his girlfriend, Heidi von Flippenfloppens.
there were a few Bigfoots at the Christmas markets last
There was a
night,
lot of
weren't there?
Bigfoots.
Stuff in the face with bratwurst.
There was a lot of Bigfoots. A lot of them stood over my footpath. That's why I've got a Bigfoot this morning. But mine's going, doo-doo. You know, like them cartoon ones. Doo-doo. Yeah.
Like Tom from Tom and Jerry or Sylvester.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it were a bit like that, weren't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll keep our eyes peeled for any German cryptoids that might want to come forward. And Guten Tag, wie geht's? Haben Sie ein gut geschlafen? Maybe
Yeah, well,
not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Bratwurst, sauerkraut and currywurst. That's all I'm going to say. I have no idea what you've just said to me, and you could have said anything to me.
I said good day. Did you have a good sleep?
Yeah, the words are too long in this place.
Haben Sie ein guten Essen Frühstück?
I mean, it's all right. I mean, I hope I'm not being disrespectful here, but most countries I can say to people, so and so or whatever it is, rude so and so. But here it's like you need half an hour just to say a street name. You know, like Krugerrandenstrassen,
Wolfgangenstrasse,
Wolfgangenstrassen, Vossen.
Wittenberg's Plaza.
The street names and the place names are just way too long. You know, like the day's gone before you mention where you want to go to.
But we might get German Wolfman here. We might get Wolfgang himself.
Wolfgang Goldman.
Wolfgang man.
Yeah, Wolfgang.
So that's Mozart, guys. This monument is dedicated to 3 classical musicians: Mozart, Haydn and Beethoven. And when you look at that, he only lived till he was 35, 36. Seems incredible, doesn't it? That he produced all those operas and all that music that's world famous today in just a short span.
You know, he was writing pieces of music
About 8, yeah.
when he was a child, that the others were like in could it even achieve? We were walking up and there was like a war memorial, 1941-45. And I know in Britain, America and other European countries, you know, France, and I just wondered whether they celebrate like their war dead the same way that we do here, because for a lot of Germans it was a dark period of time for them, you know. I just wondered whether they celebrated war memorials for the people of Germans who died during the Second World War the same way we did, and because you get the feeling that a lot of people here want to forget that time, you know, and it's a strange thing. But another thing I wanted to say was that after the war finished, this country was split into two, East and West. The West was run like the American side, the East was like the Russian side, the communist side. And I just think the people in the East who ended up in East Germany went from one dictator's regime into another dictator's communist regime. So they went from going through a period of devastation under the Nazis and then went through a period of time under the communist regime of the Soviet Union. And it must have been devastating, because at the end of the war they probably thought brilliant freedom and everything like that, and then to suddenly go, well, actually we have probably less rights now than we had then, you know. And I just wonder if people want to comment and what they think on that. That's just something. I don't have a particular opinion about it, whether they should celebrate the war dead or whether they shouldn't. I just wonder whether other people have got any opinions on it, and that's all I wanted to say.
So this forest was planted and purpose-built in the 1640s for the royal family to go hunting for deer, stags.
Yeah, this what I thought was a war memorial is actually a war memorial to the Russian soldiers who died during the Second World War. Obviously this part would have been what became East Germany, communist, Soviet-run East Germany. So obviously there's going to be a war memorial to the Russian soldiers, Russian military who died during the Second World War, who were actually allies, who probably, without the Russians, we would never have won the Second World War. I know that probably isn't the most popular thing to say at the moment, the way things are going, but probably if it hadn't been for the Russians, we probably wouldn't have won the Second World War. They were our allies, but you can't always. People make strange bedfellows, as they say.
The world changes.
The world changes, and we were both from different sides of the political spectrum, but we came together to get rid of something evil, you know, and that's all I want to say.
This is the Russian War Memorial from the Second World War, and it just shows you how times have changed, because now in this city you've got couples walking past you, gay couples holding hands, two women walking past who are married holding hands, and two men walking past who are married holding hands. So we've gone from this to present day, which obviously there's still war going on in the world that will probably never end. Now we're more open to different lifestyles, different cultures, different religions, different people, which is good.
Yeah.
But also at the same time we still unfortunately have unrest and war in the world.
Well, the thing is, there's always going to be people who it's my way or the highway, who have their beliefs, they're stuck fast in their own beliefs, and they're quite willing to stop people from doing what their beliefs are, you know, which is wrong. And I find this with this city, that it's so open, so multicultural, people just get on with it. no matter who you are, what you are, whatever your beliefs are, or anything like that. And I think it's so good that this has become a city from what it was, you know, less than 100 years ago to what it is now. So it's completely turned from what it was, where, you know, you just did what one man said and his music, or you disappear, to now where anything goes. You know, it's just amazing. Yeah.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. That's the end of Berlin Part 1. Catch up with us on Berlin Part 2, where we'll continue with more Christmas lights and sights. See you later. Auf Wiedersehen.